You know, I could do it even without the microphone.
Take control.
Listen, when you're a handsome guy, it only. I am the MC. Yeah. Awesome. He's here. Good afternoon. Sit down and shut the fuck up. Good afternoon, everyone. If everybody could take a seat. If everyone could take a seat. If you see any empty seats, feel free to make them yours. I don't work here anymore. I think it is. If everyone could take a seat. If you don't have a seat and you see an empty one, feel free to make it yours. Molly. Hey, Joe. No. I'm trying, Supervisor. If everyone could take a seat so we can get started. How's retirement? Do you want me to yell at him? Wade, thank you for listening to directions. I appreciate that. I'm just waiting on the supervisor. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Greece Town Hall. Yep.
I'm sorry. I've been staffed my whole life. That's right.
So, So before I introduce myself, on directions of Supervisor McCann, if you all join me in the Pledge of Allegiance being led by Kristen McCann. Thank you very much. On behalf of Supervisor Jeff McCann and the Greece Town Board, I'd like to welcome you all to Greece Town Hall and for the swearing in of Supervisor McCann and our 4 Greece Town Board members. I am New York State Assemblyman Josh Jensen, and I'm very honored to be asked by the supervisor to MC this afternoon's event. Representing this community in state government is the honor of a lifetime, especially after previously serving as a Greece Town Board member, as well as having my family call the town of Greece home from 1827. This year signifies the changing of a guard, with 4 out of 5 elected leaders in the town of Greece changing from previous occupants. We're going to see a new vision and a new direction for the future of the town of Greece. But while we look towards the future, we cannot forget the past. And that's why I want to recognize some of our friends in government, especially those who have held the office of supervisor of the town of Greece who are here. Supervisor Bill Rylick. Supervisor Jack Auberger. Supervisor Don Riley. And Supervisor Roger Borley was supposed to join us today, but he is unable to make it. And if you could all keep him in your prayers this holiday season, I know that the residents of the town of Greece and his family would greatly appreciate it. In addition to some of our speakers in government who will be joining us at the podium, I want to recognize some of our other partners in government who are here. There's a lot of them, and if I don't recognize you, please don't take it personally. It's just because I don't like you. First of all, I want to recognize Monroe County Clerk Jamie Romeo. Members of the Monroe County Legislature, former members of the Greece Town Board, current and former fellow town supervisors who know firsthand the complexities, the highs, and the lows of running a town of all sizes. Also, because you don't get into this office without the role that political parties recognize, I want to recognize 2 party leaders who are here. Democratic Party Chairman Stephen DeVay. Conservative Party Chairman Don Mazzullo. In addition, another partner in government who is here, and he's sitting in the back because he's too busy counting all of our taxes, Receiver of Taxes Andy Conlon. And finally, before I get to Pastor Medeiros to give us our invocation, I want to recognize and thank the members of law enforcement and the Greece Police who are here today and who spent time away from their family this holiday season to protect our community. Thank you all. With that, I invite Pastor Pat Medeiros from Greece Assembly of God to lead us in the invocation. Pastor.
Good morning. Congratulations. Let's pray. Gracious Father in heaven, we come before you today with thankful hearts, acknowledging that you are the source of all authority and the giver of every good gift. Your word reminds us that you raise up leaders and guide the affairs of nations, cities, and communities according to your sovereign will. Today we give you thanks for this moment of civic responsibility and celebration. We lift before you our new town supervisor, Mr. Jeff McCann, and all who will serve alongside him. Grant wisdom beyond human understanding, discernment in every decision. We ask your blessings upon Jeff's family, that they would be strengthened and protected as they support the demands of public service. We pray that for all who will be serving alongside of him. And I pray, Almighty God, The Lord bless them and keep them. The Lord make his face shine upon them and be gracious to them and to our wonderful town, the town of Greece. We ask this in your holy name. Amen.
You can tell this is a high-end production because I've changed podiums. It's just like the Oscars. Congressman, I'll do the song and dance later. Don't worry. Now we are going to move to the swearing-in portion of our Greece Town Council members. First, will First Ward Councilman David DePonzio, his grandfather Jack Foy, and his family join us at the other podium as he takes the oath of office. Councilman DePonzio will be sworn in by his grandfather, war hero Jack Foy.
Might need over here?
Yeah, do that.
Oh, this podium. I'm sorry.
You're a councilman, for God's sakes.
Okay, you're gonna read this. Okay, hold on. Let you gotta hold the Bible. Yeah. Well, she's gotta hold it. I gotta repeat after you. Go ahead. No.
I, John Foy,
No. I read my name there. So you just go and I repeat after you. So read the
do
first.
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution
Okay.
of the United States
I, David DePonzio, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of
police officer
Town Board. Keep going.
just removed them awful fast. To the best of my ability,
To the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Got an unhappy constituent there.
Yeah, starting already. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming here today. I'm incredibly thankful and deeply honored to be sworn in today by my 100-year-old grandfather, John Foy. That honor carries even greater meaning when you consider that 81 years ago today, on this very day, January 2nd, 1945, he was serving our country in the frozen Ardennes near Zermatt, Belgium, during the Battle of the Bulge. He wasn't fighting for recognition. He was fighting because he believed in something greater than himself, that freedom matters, that community matters, and that service to others comes before self. His generation understood what true service looks like, and it's a reminder we can never forget. Elected officials are servants. Service to community runs deep in my family. My other grandfather, Edward DePonzio, showed that service doesn't always come in a uniform or public office. After leaving the Army, he opened up Eddie's Barbershop in the 19th Ward, the longest running business in that neighborhood. For decades, it was more than a barbershop. It was a gathering place and a cornerstone of the community. He taught me that showing up, working hard, and treating people with dignity is public service too. That understanding of service is rooted in my faith. As a Catholic, I believe all service ultimately comes from God. I am deeply grateful to Him for the blessings in my life, for my family, this community, and the opportunity to serve. I pray for the wisdom and humility to do this job the right way, guided by my conscience and commitment to the common good. We are here because of the people we represent. Their voices should always come first. With that understanding, I'm eager to get to work with the new administration and my fellow council members. Town governance should never be partisan. It should be focused on results. Our responsibility is to represent the people of the town of Greece, ensuring our town remains safe, fiscally responsible, and a strong place to raise a family. Public safety is foundational, and I offer my unwavering support to the Greece Police Department. Our officers answer the call every day, not knowing what lies ahead. They deserve our respect, our backing, and the resources they need to keep our community safe. I'm committed to upgrading our infrastructure, including extending sidewalks and walking routes to resources like the Erie Canal Trail and the Lake Ontario State Parkway Trail. I also strongly support continued investment in the Greece Public Library and the Center, which keep our community connected across generations. Equally important is open and accountable government. I promise transparency and communication, and I intend to keep that promise. My priorities are simple: work together, be responsible with taxpayer dollars, and deliver results for the people of Greece. Finally, unfortunately she had to walk out, I want to thank my wife Ariana and my children. Your love and support make this possible. Everything I do here is your future and the future of this community in mind. I thank God every day for you. Thank you, Greece. I'm honored to serve. Let's get to work.
Thank you, Councilman DePonzio. Before we move to our next town board member, I do have to apologize. I think one of my cardinal rules and a lot of elected officials is to not anger people who can send us to prison, and I want to recognize Monroe County District Attorney Brian Green, who's also here. Will Second Ward Councilman Spencer Bernard and his family join at the front as he takes the oath of office? Councilman Bernard will be sworn in by Supervisor Don Riley.
How you doing? Oh, that's your, oh, I'm going to read it. There's the card. How would you like, what would you like to be sworn into? We had a police officer.
Supervisor.
Are you ready? Come on over, come on over. It's a great joy and a pleasure to swear Spencer in. Allow me the indulgence. This is a son of the town of Greece. If there ever was a young man who grew up and he served in some wonderful posts, governmentally and others, which equip him very, very well. I call him the majority leader of the town board. We only have 3. What a pleasure and joy. Here we go. Hand on the Bible. I, Spencer Bernard, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of town board member to the best of my ability, so help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you. Good afternoon and Happy New Year. Thank you all for being here today. I'm truly humbled and deeply grateful for the opportunity to serve the community where I was born, where I was raised, a community that shaped me and one that I care about. I want to begin by thanking Don Riley, my longtime mentor and friend. Don, I cannot thank you enough, and I cannot tell you how honored I am to have you swear me in today. If I can be half as effective as you were during your years of service to the town of Greece, I will consider that a great success. Thank you for your guidance, your friendship, and your support, and your example. I'd also like to recognize Pittsford Town Supervisor Bill Smith, a leader with integrity and principle, whose deep knowledge of town government has been invaluable to me. I've learned a great deal from Bill, and I'm fortunate for the perspective and insight he shared with me over the years. Thanks, Bill. To my family, Sarah and our 2 boys, Samuel and Sutton, thank you for your constant love, support, and patience. You are my foundation, and I hope to make you proud. To my sisters, Shana and Bridget, thank you for always being there. And my nephew, Jackson, I'm so proud of the man you are becoming. Keep being you, buddy. And to my parents, Tom and Shannon Bernard, I would not be standing here today without you. My parents ran Bernard's Grove Restaurant for more than 30 years, and growing up in a small business right here in Greece, it shaped who I am. It taught me the value of hard work, customer service, accountability, and delivering a quality product. Principles I will bring with me to the Greece Town Board. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for all that you've done for me. I'd also like to congratulate Supervisor McCann and fellow Town Board members Amaret Miller, Rick Antelli Jr., and David DePonzio on your successful elections. We campaign on many of the same issues, and while we each bring different perspectives and experiences, we share a responsibility to serve the people of Greece. We have a real opportunity, one Greece has not had in years, to build a truly bipartisan town board. Our job is to work together in the best interest of our residents and of our employees. That means leaving politics at the door and doing what is right. That is what the people who elected us expect and what they deserve. Our focus must always be on the interest of the town of Greece, not self-interest, party bosses, or donors. I believe strongly that we can work together to meet that standard. To that end, I look forward to working with the new administration and my colleagues on the town board. I'm committed to bringing in an independent outside firm to organize and review the town's finances so both the board and the public have a clear and honest understanding of where we stand. We must also develop a sound legal strategy to address ongoing litigation, restore integrity, and rebuild trust and transparency in town government. It's time to move beyond negative headlines and deliver a government taxpayers of Greece can be proud of. Just as important, we must ensure our town employees have the tools, resources, and support they need to do what they do best, provide the high-quality municipal services our residents rely on every day. As taxpayers, we have invested in a beautiful new community center filled with outstanding amenities. It is essential that our recreation staff have the resources they need to deliver high-quality programs so town residents can fully enjoy and utilize the facility their tax dollars built. The same commitment applies across town government, including supporting our police officers and ensuring they have what they need to keep our community safe. I was grateful to see the strong police presence at the mall this past holiday season. We must foster a culture where employees feel empowered to do their job and speak up when they see a problem, without fear of retaliation. The same must be true for our residents. Open, honest communication makes government better. We're fortunate to have wonderful, dedicated town employees, and together we have a real opportunity to strengthen Greece by focusing on the basics: reliable roads, sidewalks, and trails, well-maintained infrastructure and sewers, clean, safe parks, strong partnerships with community organizations, and thoughtful, responsible development. By protecting our remaining open space and keeping affordability at the forefront, we can ensure Greece remains a place where families thrive, seniors age comfortably, and residents stay informed and involved. To my constituents in the Second Ward, thank you for placing your trust in me. I was elected to serve you. If there are town issues affecting your home, your business, or your neighborhood, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to listen and work on your behalf to find solutions. In addition to calling or emailing, and even stopping me at Wegmans, I will also be holding monthly open meetings to hear directly from you. I also welcome all residents to join us at our monthly town board meetings, where your participation strengthens our local government. We have an opportunity right now to work together and deliver good, honest, and effective government for the people of Greece. I'm deeply honored to serve, and I'm ready to get to work. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Bernard. Next, we'll be swearing in Third Ward Councilwoman Amaret Miller. Will Councilwoman Miller, her family, and Judge Van White join at the front as she takes the oath of office.
There's the card right there.
We'll figure out how we do this here. What do you think, Van?
I think we can do it.
Which way?
I think if you stand there, your
My
mom.
son is going to hold the Bible.
Son's gonna hold the Bible. Got that? All right, we're getting this right.
Right, that's fine. Julio, here. Here. Switch.
Good afternoon, everybody. Amaret asked me to swear in, and I've got to tell you, it's quite an honor and a privilege. But she had a special request. She didn't so much want me here, she wanted this Bible here. And there's a reason behind that. The Bible that her son is holding was at the March on Washington. And that Bible and this event is very significant. And what we know, Dr. King said to us all on that day, was this is a day in Greece where people are reflective of the power of the person, not their color. And so, Amaret will take her oath of office holding the Bible that was an equally significant part of American history.
Right hand.
Right hand. All right, repeat after me. I, Amaret Miller,
I, Amaret Miller,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of New York,
in the state of New York,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of town council member,
of town
board member,
board member
to the best
to the best
of my ability.
of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
My reader's out. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Shirley Chisholm once said, "Service is the rent we pay for the privilege of living on this earth." That belief in service is why I'm standing here today. I ran for Greece Town Council with one guiding principle, that the town of Greece belongs to all of us, all neighborhoods, all faiths, all cultures, ages, abilities, and all political parties. Because after campaigns end, what remains is our shared responsibility. I want to congratulate my friend and mentor, Jeff McCann, on his election to town supervisor. I truly look forward to working alongside him and my new colleagues to help lead Greece into its next chapter. I also want to thank the people who were truly the wind beneath my wings, the volunteers who gave their time and energy, and organized labor whose commitment to dignity in the workplace, fairness, and solidarity shapes the values I carry with me every day. This year changed me. I watched my son Warren mature into someone I rely on more than he knows. I love you. Thank you for doing the dishes this morning. And to my mother, who raised me largely on her own, thank you for your belief in me. She's a Puerto Rican from New York City, so I get no sympathy when life gets hard, just pressure and expectation. And as we know, pressure in nature produces two things: ulcers and diamonds. My father, Robert Shaw, who passed away at the very beginning of the pandemic, used to say to me, "Just take it day by day." That's how I begin this work, committed to service, grounded in gratitude, and ready to make the most of each moment as we move Greece forward together. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Miller. Next, 4th Ward Councilman Rick Antelli Jr. will take the oath of office. Councilman Antelli will be joined by his family and will be sworn in by his parents, Lori and Rick Antelli.
John, this is the original one from 1998. I, Rick Antelli,
I, Rick Antelli,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of
and I'll faithfully discharge the duties of
Town Councilman, 4th Ward,
Town Councilman, 4th Ward,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, I would like to thank the great people of Greece for entrusting me with this privilege of serving this incredible community. Standing here today, I am filled with pride, gratitude, and excitement for what lies ahead for our town. I would like to mention some people who made this day possible. First and foremost, my wife, Mary Kay, and my son, Ricky III. Thank you for supporting me, always being there, and allowing me to do what I needed to do. To my parents, Rick Sr. and Lori, thank you for everything you've done. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Don and Teresa Mazzullo for always guiding and being there for me. Jeff Halter, my treasurer, thank you. Suzanne Albright and Marilyn Crumlish, thank you for all your support, collecting signatures, going to the doors, as long as Doug Dobson as well. Thank you. Jim Doyle, the Honorable William Taylor, the Holdacheka family, and the Foley family. And last but not least, the voters of the 4th Ward. This isn't just my achievement. This is our achievement. It's a reflection of the values that we share, the belief that together we can create a better, stronger, and more vibrant future, and the future starts today. Today, we are bringing a new chapter, a chapter that will be defined by teamwork, positivity, transparency, action, and hard work. Positivity, because the challenges we are facing are opportunities in disguise. They are moments for us to come together as one, support each other, turn vision into reality. From revitalizing our local community all the way to improving our parks, we're going to take the steps forward together. Transparency. Transparency will be my guiding principle. You deserve to know not just the what, but the why and how. I am committed to ensuring that every decision made, every policy passed, is open, accessible, and reflects your voice, the voice of the people. Your concerns will be heard. Your ideas will be valued. And together, we will ensure that our government is accountable to the people who matter most, you, the Greece residents. But most importantly, we need energy. The energy to make things happen, to approach and challenge each opportunity with enthusiasm and belief that we are capable of creating real, lasting change. It won't always be easy, but it'll always be worth it. I want you to be just as excited about the future of the town as I am, because with that excitement, we can move mountains. In the coming months, we will work together to enhance the quality of life for everybody. Whether you've been here for decades or just moved in yesterday, your ideas shape this town, and I promise I will work tirelessly to ensure that our collective vision comes to life. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your commitment to making this community the best it can be. Now let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. The best is yet to come. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Councilman Intelli. Now we will hear from some of my colleagues in service and in government who also represent the town of Greece, or our neighbors to the east, to say a few words. First, our Congressman, Joe Morelli.
So many podiums to choose from, it's really hard to know where to be. I want to start by thanking Josh Jensen, who I didn't know was such a funny guy. Could do stand-up comedy, I'm sure, but here's my advice for you. Do not give up your day job.
You insist,
Yeah. First of all, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope it is full of good health and great joy. 2026, I want to thank Pastor for the prayer to start us off the right way. Thank you for that, sir. And want to thank all my partners in government. I see so many here today, both those who are currently serving and those who have served in the past. And I think we all know the demands on our lives and on our families to do these jobs, but I'm grateful for all of your leadership. And I would be certainly remiss as a former county chair not to thank Chairman Stephen DeVay and Chairman Don Mazzullo as political leaders who help get us here as well. But I will just note that the best title is former county chair. Just mention that. This is a very important moment for the people of the town of Greece and for our community and people who are blessed to call this community home. I've known Jeff McCann for a very, very long time. In fact, I think it's safe to say, Jeff, we measure our relationship in decades, not years. But he's still so youthful looking. I don't know how that happened. I look old and haggard, but I've seen him up close for many, many years, and certainly his integrity, his steady approach to leadership, and his deep respect for the people he serves comes through in every responsibility he's had. And I've watched him grow into a thoughtful, dedicated public servant who understands that leadership is really about responsibility, humility, and service, and he takes those responsibilities very seriously, and that matters a great deal. I've also had the honor of getting to know the rest of the McCann family. First of all, Jeff's brother Joe, who's over here. Jeff and I work out together every morning at the gym. We don't work together. I shouldn't say that because he works out and is in amazing shape. I kind of like walk around and chat with people. But I saw him this morning. He was there this morning. But he's just a wonderful guy, and I love chatting with him almost every morning when I'm in Rochester. And certainly Kristen Anderson McCann, who served with me in state government for many, many years, and one of my oldest and dearest friends. And I said to Kristen, I take responsibility for having brought them together. 1993, a political campaign, I won't say which one. I was the campaign manager, therefore I take credit for this. Because in Congress, you take credit for a lot of things, whether you had anything to do with it or not. But she is one of my dearest, dearest devoted friends, and I'm so grateful for her and for Jimmy and David, their beautiful children. I've long believed that local government plays such a vital role in everyone's lives. It's the thing that touches our communities, our neighborhoods most. And it's where decisions that are made that affect those neighborhoods and public safety, roads and transportation, the services that families rely on, almost every other aspect of their daily lives. And so doing that work well requires listening, cooperation, a genuine commitment to the common good. And at a time particularly, I fear in America, where people have this mistrust of government, where really need to understand that confidence can be restored by people like Jeff, who will lead with integrity, who have their commitment at heart. And the families of Greece in particular deserve that leadership, which is open, thoughtful, and dedicated to solving problems, because we'll continue to have problems. And as he takes on this new role, Jeff brings with him experience, perspective, and a clear understanding that collaboration with town staff, with community leaders, with neighboring municipalities and residents is essential to moving forward. So I think this is a moment that we look ahead with optimism, that we have great confidence in Jeff's abilities, and I'm just so grateful for the friendship over the years and look forward, as I know all of you do, so many friends in this room, look forward to his leadership and want to wish him the very, very best as we move into his new term, his new role, yes, not as a staff person, but as the supervisor of the town of Greece. Thanks so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Congressman. Next is the fellow representative of the town of Greece in state government, Senator Jeremy Cooney.
Assemblymember Jensen, thank you for your leadership today, but also for your great partnership in Albany. I'm so pleased to do this work and represent this town with you. And I think we've worked our hardest over the last 5 years to demonstrate that good bipartisanship can actually result in good service to the people of the town of Greece. And so I thank you for that. And I'm sure that same spirit of bipartisanship will be led by Supervisor McCann as he takes office today. And we're just so excited to see what happens when good people just do good work. I want to add my congratulations to you, Jeff. Congratulations, well-earned, hard-fought, but just your leadership is needed and welcomed and loved. And we're so proud of you. We're proud of Deputy Supervisor Miller and her historic race to serve as the first person of color to serve on the town board. I think that deserves a round of applause. Jeff and Amoret and all of the colleagues who were elected or re-elected to the Greece Town Board are going to do great work together. I wanted to just speak to the personal nature of this moment. When Jeff first announced that he was going to be going through this journey and this process of seeking this office, I had the chance to attend a couple of town events with Jeff. And the number of people who came forth and reintroduced themselves or said hi to Jeff really struck me. Your former teachers, who are obviously retired now, but who came up and were so proud of you. Your neighbors, family members, other parents in the community who knew you as on a personal level. And I think that there's something very unique and very special when you represent your hometown. I have the honor and privilege of doing that in the state Senate every day, but that responsibility takes it that next level, right? Because it's not just about doing good work and being accountable. It's about making sure that you are delivering your promises to the people that you love and care about. You're going to do that really well, Jeff. And I'm just so pleased to be your partner in Albany. So everyone, Happy New Year. I'm very excited and optimistic of all that's going to come for the town of Greece. God bless you and take good care.
Thank you very much, Senator Cooney. Before I get to our next speaker, I saw 4 more people I neglected to introduce who are important for a reason you'll hear. But our 4 Greece Town justices, Brett Granville, Brian Marinetti, Shannon O'Keefe-Piro, and Deb Crowder. Woo. Why you write things down, Josh. Next, I would like to introduce, while he doesn't represent the town of Greece, he gave his own swearing-in speech yesterday and still had some leftover words, Rochester Mayor Malik Evans.
We got a regular Conan O'Brien as the... Well, listen, I'm here to make a very important announcement, Jeff. I have a gift that I'm giving back to you. Charlotte? No. It's mine. We're keeping it. But seriously, I am here because the relationship between Greece and the city of Rochester is extremely important. Not only do we share a border, we also share a desire to make sure that all of our community is working together and rowing together in the same direction to help all of our region, because we're all in the same boat and we will rise and fall together. So the success of Greece is important to all of us. And I want to start by just congratulating the town board members, but really saying congratulations to Jeff McCann. I will say selfishly, I'm surprised Adam let you go, but it shows you had a great boss there. But selfishly, we will miss him as Deputy County Executive. My team in the city of Rochester was blessed to be able to work with someone that helped us implement so many great policies on behalf of the residents of Monroe County and in partnership with the county executive, from the JEDS program to infrastructure programs to all types of the collaborative nature between the county and city. And I have no doubt in my mind, Greece, that you are going to be in great hands with Jeff McCann, partially because he was a former staffer, which means
that in politics, where most people want to spend their time on social media celebrating and flossing for the camera, people who worked as staffers, they are show horses and not, they are workhorses and not show horses. And in Jeff McCann, you are going to have a workhorse in this town, and I have no doubt that he will do great things for our community. And I look forward to continuing the collaboration, because we do share this border, but more importantly, we share this community that we love. So on behalf of the residents of the city of Rochester, Jeff, I want to wish you a congratulations and my best to all of to the family. Oftentimes in this business, we forget the work and the role that the family plays. So Jeff, congratulations to you, but to Kristen and the entire family, I want to say thank you. Thank you for sharing this great man with the larger community, so that way he can work on behalf of the residents of Greece. And I know that you will be extremely successful, and the city of Rochester stands shoulder to shoulder with you in anything that you may need. Congratulations and Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mayor Evans. And our final speaker before the swearing in of Supervisor McCann is somebody who's very important to Supervisor McCann and important to our town, County Executive Adam Bello.
All right, thank you, Josh. Good afternoon. It's very difficult to go last, so I'm going to try to say something new over the next couple of minutes, but I'll start with this. Congratulations, Jeff. You have one heck of an air conditioning system in this building. This is, I said to Megan, I don't know what you all are feeling in the back, but I said to Megan, I felt warmer at the Bills game on Sunday, so, but it is really such an honor to be here for this real special occasion. As the mayor said, he's surprised I let Jeff go. Jeff was so anxious to get out of the county office building, he ran for office just to get out of there. But I want to first start by congratulating the town board members who were just sworn in. Council Member DePonzio, congratulations to you and your family, to your grandfather who had the opportunity to spend some time with recently, congratulations. Council Member Bernard, congratulations to you as well. Congratulations, Councilwoman Miller. We work so hard together, congratulations, you work so hard for this. And in the 4th Ward, Council Member Rick Antelli, so congratulations, Rick, as well. Now, serving on the town board, as you all know, is an extraordinary responsibility. You're entrusted with decisions that are going to quietly but also profoundly shape our community's future. And I want you to be proud of this accomplishment today and serve the people of Greece with conviction and serve them with determination. Ceremonies like this are more than about an oath. They're also about a trust, about a community coming together to say, we believe in these leaders to guide us forward. And it's about our leaders making a public affirmation that they understand the weight of that trust. Now, I've had the privilege of serving as a town supervisor, and I loved that job because local government is the level of government closest to the people. It's where you feel the impact of every decision, the streets you pave and plow, the parks that you maintain, the playgrounds you build, our seniors that you support, the neighborhoods you protect, and the character of the place people call home. I've done that job. I know what it takes to do that job. And take it from me that Jeff McCann has what it takes. Jeff has a long career in public service, but our partnership started about a decade ago. Jeff and I started working together when I was in the town of Irondequoit. Now, at the time, I was a relatively young town supervisor, eager, determined, but really still learning how to get something done. And it was at that moment that Jeff became one of the most important mentors that I ever had. In the decades since, we really went through a lot together, and we took a lot of professional risks, too. From running for the town of Irondequoit, we straightened up the county clerk's office, and then we were transforming county government. We even navigated a global pandemic together. But through it all, I saw the same thing again and again. When the pressure got hot, Jeff never did. He stayed calm. He was focused. He always knew what to do when I clearly did not. He was always the first one to point out when something wasn't working right. And he always has that unique ability, probably second only to my wife, to look at me and say, "What, are you crazy?" He did that a lot. But in the end, he always brought us back to one simple question: what's the right thing to do? That commitment to doing what's right shaped everything we accomplished together. In the county executive's office, Jeff played a central role in reshaping county government, helping define our priorities: public health, public safety, economics, and infrastructure. He did it the way he does everything, by building strong teams, by working through differences, and bringing people together to get things done. He has that ability to push past politics to focus on solutions, to work with anyone, no matter Democrat, Republican, somewhere in between, and that is exactly the kind of leadership the town of Greece deserves. Today, Jeff is going to step into a role filled with responsibility, opportunity, and enormous promise. Greece is the largest town in Monroe County. It's a community of proud neighborhoods, hardworking families, and people who care deeply about where they live. And Jeff McCann will lead a town government that reflects those values. He brings experience, integrity, humility, and a genuine love for this town he has called home for nearly his entire life. And he brings something even more powerful: the motivation he draws from his family. His wife, Kristen, his sons, David and James, are the reason that he works as hard as he does. They are his grounding force, his inspiration, and the reminder of why public service really matters, because every decision affects families just like his. So before I close, I want to share one moment from the campaign that still makes me laugh, but it also really makes me proud. So right before the end of the campaign, maybe about a few days, it was probably during early voting, I'll bet it was, there was a voter who texted the campaign and said, "I'm voting for Jeff on my way home from work," so it had to have been during early voting. So she said, "I'm voting for Jeff on my way home, but I really hope he's as persistent as serving our town as he has been with his communication during this campaign, because y'all are relentless." And okay, that was really funny. So I want to tell you something. So it's funny because it was true. And anybody who's ever worked on a campaign knows that in a campaign you kind of walk that line, right? You're trying to communicate enough where someone knows who you're all about, but you also need to make sure you don't upset them so they still vote for the right thing at the end of the day. But it said a few things. Number one, we obviously did our job, so congratulations, team. But it also said something really important about Jeff, because Jeff was everywhere. People noticed the effort, they noticed his commitment, and importantly, they noticed that Jeff showed up, because that's who he is. So Jeff, your impact on our community, on our county, on me personally, is immeasurable. I know you will approach this next chapter the same way you've approached every other, with heart, with humor, and an unwavering commitment to service. So congratulations, my friend. Now let's make it official and take your oath. Come on up here.
I forgot about you, Dave. How did that happen?
Ah, David. I, Jeff McCann,
I, Jeff McCann,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of town supervisor
of town supervisor
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. Okay, anybody tuning in for the organizational meeting? We're going to be a few minutes late, so. Okay. Pastor Medeiros, Congressman Morelli, Assemblyman Jensen, Senator Cooney, Mayor Evans, County Executive Bello, Chairman Mazzullo and DeVay, fellow town board members, my partners in government, friends and family, it is the greatest honor of my career to stand before you today as supervisor of the town of Greece. A word of warning, I'm going to take a few minutes to thank a lot of people. I promise I'll do this as quickly as I can. I want to acknowledge some of the people who mean the world to me, and without their support, I wouldn't be here where I am today. First and foremost, my wife, Kristen. Kristen is the strongest person I know, and that is a good thing for me, a good thing for those around her, but sometimes it's to her own detriment because the stronger you are, the more people put on you with that. So I just want to know how much, I want you to know how much I love you. I appreciate everything you've done. And my goal is to be as good of a husband to her as she is a wife to me. So thank you. David, you don't look happy. You don't look happy, kid. My two sons, Jimmy and David, and Jimmy's fiancée, Dominique, is here. Jim, we're proud of you and the man who you are. David, we love you and are so proud of you, too. 2026 is going to be a year of big change for all of us. And that includes Jimmy and Dominique getting married in the fall of this year. Yeah, it's 2026. I would, however, like to point out that Jimmy was born in 2002. He's been a resident of Greece his whole life, and that will end when they get married. He's going to be moving to Gates, and to make it even worse, the other side of the fence is Greece. And he does that all in the year that his father becomes supervisor. So I'll try not to take that personally. Congressman Morelli mentioned my brother Joe. My brother Joe means the world to me. Without getting into too many details, like many, we grew up with a dysfunctional childhood, and my brother was always there for me. And if you have an older brother or older sibling, I hope that they're as good to you as Joe was to me. So thank you, Joe. My in-laws, Jim and Diane Anderson, are here with us, as is my niece, Amanda, who is one of David's favorite people. My sister-in-law, Colleen, was unable to join us today because she's not feeling well, but I just want to say thank you. I'm really glad and thankful to be a part of your family, so thank you. My oldest and dearest friend is here, Wade Norwood. Wade and I first met and it was, well, actually, we talked on the telephone in 1984, right before we were interns with the Assembly in 1985. Wade and I didn't live that far apart, but I don't know. I think it's an indication of how far we both have come. The fact that we lived probably 15 miles away, and we didn't really think to get together and meet each other until Wade and his parents picked me up in the car and we drove to Albany together. So that was an awkward, painful ride, but after that start, we have a fantastic friendship. And Wade, I love you like a brother. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And I'm honored to be here, joined by some of my predecessors. First, Don Riley. Don, thank you for being here. And Reva, thank you for joining us too. I said this before, and Don was bothered by it a little bit. I pointed out that I first met Don in high school. To which Don was like, "Oh, geez, that's what happens when you get elected supervisor at age 24, right? The people who you meet in high school aren't, they aren't that much younger than you with that." Don led the town of Greece with distinction and did a great job. Don was followed by Roger Boyle. Roger's going to be watching us on the live stream or the YouTube or Facebook. I went to high school with Roger and Judy's sons, Jeff and Stephen, and I was actually very good friends with Jeff towards the end of my high school career. But Don and Roger are the reason why we're here today, literally here today. They're two leaders that have planted trees that they would never enjoy the shade of. Don, many years ago, had the vision to purchase the land that we are on today with the idea of building a town complex. Actually, this is Don's original vision. This is why the town bought that property. And back then, from somebody who grew up in the Dewey Stone neighborhood, this was way off the beaten track, right? This was out there. But for people who aren't from Greece and might not be familiar with it, we're actually pretty close to the geographic center of town with that. So, and then Don purchased the land. Roger found a way to build the buildings by creating MuniPro and paying for this, all of this construction with no or minimal impact to taxpayers. So I want to thank Don and Roger, two great leaders that we owe so much to. Thank you. Okay, and that brings us to John Auberger. Jack and I go back a long, long way. 1987, he asked me to run his county legislature campaign, which was something I had no business doing. I'd never run a campaign before. No disrespect to any of my colleagues in the county legislature. I was a county legislator too, but I just thought that was such a big deal. It was like, holy cow, I'm running a county leg race. Jack was the hardest working candidate I've ever seen. There was one time running for supervisor, he got over 1,000 signatures himself. But like I point out to him, it's different than it is now because it was June, and if I was out getting these signatures in June, I'm sure I would have got a lot more than I did. And Jack became supervisor, and then I came to work for him, and I started working in this building right when it opened at the end of 1997, and it was like 1998 all over again when Jack came in and I got him a cup of coffee. So I came here with 11 years of experience, but this is really where I learned how government works. We had some highs, we had some very difficult challenges, but the 12 years I spent working in Greece were the most fulfilling in my career and were invaluable in my professional development. Jackie, thank you for the opportunity you gave me. Thank you. Okay. And former Supervisor Bill Rylick is with us this afternoon. Bill and I also go back a long ways, over 25 years. Bill, thank you for the time and the assistance that you gave me with the transition. I really feel that I'm in a great space in terms of knowing what to expect and being prepared for that. And I want to thank you for the note that you left me and the 15-year-old candy bar that had John Auberger's picture on it. So thank you. I have a few more acknowledgments. Assemblyman Josh Jensen, thank you for serving as our MC today. I first got to know Josh right here in this building when he was an intern. So that's how you know. That's how you know when you're getting old, when the interns are, in the state legislature. Josh is well respected by his colleagues on both sides of the aisle. And Josh, thank you for serving our community in the way you do. Thank you. Pastor Pat Medeiros, the Dean of the Greece Faith Community, thank you for being here and doing the invocation. You know, I've known Pastor Pat for close to 30 years, and I have to tell you, I love being around Pastor Pat, and also we're joined by Pastor Vince DiPaolo from the Lakeshore Community Church. These are, hey, David, keep it down, keep it down. And I love being around both of them. You know, you can feel the Holy Spirit working through both of them when you're with them. Our faith community does amazing work in town, and I look forward to working with the pastors and other spiritual leaders in serving our constituents. And speaking of the Holy Spirit, I would also like to acknowledge our family's pastor, Pastor John Tierney, and his wife Janet. Thank you for joining us here. Jimmy started going to Living Waters Christian Fellowship a few months before we did, and then we started going with him, and it was really pretty quickly that we felt very comfortable there and found a home there, and our family thinks the world of Pastor John and Janet, so thank you for joining us. I'd also like to acknowledge Democratic Party Chairman Stephen DeVay, who had a fantastic November in election with that. So, Chairman, congratulations, and thank you for joining us. I'd also, I would be totally remiss if I didn't acknowledge Conservative Party Chairman Don Mazzullo and his wife Teresa. Yeah, and as the congressman said, you know, you measure our relationships in decades. Well, same with the Mazzullos. I've known them for over 40 years. I appreciate their support in this past campaign. I also appreciate their support in my previous campaigns. But most importantly, I appreciate your friendship and the guidance over all of these years. So thank you. Thank you for being here. And Senator Cooney, thank you for the kind words. I'm really looking forward to working with you. We're going to deliver great things for the people of Greece together. Thank you. Thank you. And I'd also like to thank Mayor Evans and my very good friend in Greece native Deputy Mayor Mike Burns, who I got to work with quite a bit over the past few years. And it's just, it's always great to have friends at all levels of government, and again, looking to collaborate as much as we can on what we can collaborate on. And as Joe said, we go back a long, long way. And Joe is another person who I would not be where I am today without him. And also, you know, the 1993 campaign where Kristen and I got to know each other. Joe was a very big part of that. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everything. I'd also like to thank my friends in law enforcement. I see we have a number of them here today. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. You put your lives on the line every day, and our community can't thank you enough for all you do in keeping us safe. So thank you. Thank you. And to my friends in labor, you know, we have some folks here from the building trades. Also, CSEA was very important to me in terms of the campaign, and I want to thank you for your support. At the county, we've shown that it's possible to have a great working relationship with your unions and balance the budget, and that's something I'll be trying to emulate here in the town of Greece. Quickly, I want to acknowledge some other people. Mike Barker, Karen Hanna, Bill Smith, Carla Palumbo. I don't think I missed anybody I served with in the legislature. If I did, No, I don't think I did. I just want to say thank you for being here. It was a pleasure. The time at the county when we were there was awful. There was no money. There were all kinds of problems. And we did it, and it was still something I enjoyed tremendously. And I have to give a special shout out to Mike Barker. Mike is a member of the famous 1985 Assembly intern class that included Mike, Wade Norwood, myself, Judge Craig Doran. Am I missing anybody? I think, those. Yeah, that's the big four. A lot of people, for the older people, they equate that to the 1983 NFL quarterback draft class. Those were our big four, and the big four there were Jim Kelly, Dan Marino, Ken O'Brien, and Todd Blackledge. Yeah, thank you for being here. Nick Stefanovic, I don't know if Nick made it. Oh, Nick. How are you? I just want to acknowledge Nick. Again, I'm talking about everybody I've known in terms of decades. Nick is not one of those people. I only got to know him working at the county, and Nick, I appreciate your friendship. One of the things I'm proudest of is the work that we've done for veterans in this community, and in terms of we've added staff to the VSA, and I think we lead the state in terms of what our office does in terms of making veterans eligible for services. That is tremendously on Nick and his leadership, and I just want to acknowledge you and thank you, Nick, for everything. And again, I want to mention one person who I've known actually less than a year, who I got to know during the campaign, Laura Bedane. Laura, thank you for all the help that you provided me with. I really appreciate that, and looking forward to working with you in the future. And last and certainly not least, I'd like to recognize my colleagues on the town board. My first official act as town supervisor was appointing Amarette Miller as deputy supervisor. I've known Amarette. I think everybody's known Amarette for some time. But if you really want to get to know someone, run for office with them. David Axelrod, the famous political strategist and advisor to former President Obama, has a saying that I think is right on and absolutely true. Political campaigns are an MRI for the soul. And over the past year, I've learned that Amarette is hardworking, thoughtful, a wonderful person who has relationships and friendships across the spectrum, and I'm so looking forward to starting our work. So thank you. Okay. To Councilman DePonzio, Bernard, and Antelli, I want to say thank you for serving our community, and I look forward to chartering a new path forward for our hometown. Today starts a new chapter for the town of Greece. Until this November, a Democrat hasn't been elected to town office in close to 30 years. Amarette is the first Democrat elected to the 3rd Ward in my memory, and that's about 50 years. And I'm the first Democrat elected supervisor in about 120 years. So. I don't consider myself overly partisan, but I think this is an important fact. I've heard Don Riley say many times that when he was the supervisor, he always had at least one Democrat and sometimes two on the town board. Our system works best when there are different perspectives, something we haven't had in a long, long time. And I'm not saying people should be oppositional for the sake of being oppositional. What I'm saying is let's work together, let's keep an open mind, and let's have a discussion. At our level of government, there shouldn't be a Democratic or a Republican way to get the job done. I'm coming from a place, Monroe County, where we did just that. Our first few years on the Republican majority were rocky, but once we built a relationship based on good faith and common interest in doing what's right for the community, we're able to work together. And we're better for it. I'm sorry, and then I just realized I didn't say anything about Adam Bello, right? I'm sorry. I guess I haven't mastered the looking down, looking up, and all of that. So, sorry about that. Let me just say, Adam and I, as Adam said, we've worked together for a little bit over a decade. It's the first time in my life I've ever worked for somebody who's younger than me, which is something, right? Adam is a great leader. He has fantastic instincts to be an elected official. And, and again, same thing. We've had some very high highs. We had some challenges. And I will just say one thing. There was one time Adam and I had a knockdown, drag-out fight over something, which I don't want to get into now. Which is because, again, you want to be able to be relatable and tell people a story, but you also want to respect people's privacy. The only thing I will say about that fight that we got into is that it was all Brian Marionetti's fault. Okay, so, but Judge, I'm over it, and we're good. We're good. I love you. So before I mentioned some of our priorities, let me take a minute and talk about the team that we're building. It's a simple truth that the best teams are usually the ones with the best players. No respect to anybody else, but I feel we're building the best town government team in our region. First, I am so happy that Molly Clifford is agreed to serve as Chief of Staff. Molly. Molly served in the Duffy and the Richards administration at City Hall, and actually I've known Molly for decades as well. But I really, surprisingly for such a small town, we've never really worked together with anything, except for the last year. Molly has worked in the communications department at the county. And, it's funny, I know a lot of people who've worked with Molly, and, everybody said, Molly's great. Molly can do anything, right? The whole thing. What I found in our brief time together is what they have said is absolutely true. And Molly, I'm so looking forward to getting started with that. So thank you. Thank you. Our Director of Finance is somebody who her name will be widely recognized by many who work for the town in the past. Tracy Easterly is somebody that I worked with for, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 years, maybe longer, I don't know. She left Greece for Penfield about 11 years ago, and she's going to be coming back as our finance director, and I am so excited about that, Tracy, so thank you. Nicole Dobson has agreed to serve as Director of Personnel. Nicole has extensive experience in HR and has a fantastic reputation. She worked at the county, went to the town of Ogden, came back and worked at Monroe Community Hospital, and she's going to be joining us. She's going to be joining us very soon. So now, Nicole, welcome. And our DPW commissioner, the appointment is Corey Gurnett, who is currently the deputy DPW. No, well, actually, in a couple of minutes, he's going to be the DPW commissioner. So I don't know. He probably is now. But I had never met Corey, and I know Bill and Kirk, and I know some other people spoke very highly of Corey and his ability. I don't know, it's Corey, how are you? And what did it for me is I talked to other people, right? I have the benefit of knowing a lot of people. A couple people outside the organization I talked to actually told me that they actually tried to hire Corey before he landed at the town of Greece. So, Corey, I'm really looking forward to working with you and great things there. So. And I'm almost done. The last two hires I'd like to mention are Caroline Delaney and Carolyn Dupree. Caroline will be a staff assistant, and Carolyn will be secretary to the supervisor. And I know that's going to be a little confusing for the employees, Caroline and Carolyn, but we'll figure it out. So that's good. I work with both of these women at the county, and they do a great job, and I'm so thankful that they're starting this journey with me. So thank you. So I think that's 5 hires, or 6 hires, Adam, and I only took 5 from the county. So, okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. There are a number of department heads and staff members who are still here from when I was here 12 years ago. I'm looking forward to working with you again. And to those I don't know, I'm looking forward to working with you to deliver the services our taxpayers expect and depend on. Quickly, let me touch on some of the highlights we will pursue in the next few months. First, I'll be doing a deep dive into town finances. Adding resources to public safety is something I campaigned on. Keeping our neighborhoods and retail areas safe is the most important job of local government. Another campaign promise was to undertake a study of the Dewey Avenue corridor. This is the town's original retail corridor, and the town should take the lead and develop a plan for the transformation of this area. For those of us who remember Sibley's, McCurdy's, JCPenney's, Woolworth's, and Grant's being located in that corridor, we know those days are gone, as are 4 of those 5 stores. But that doesn't mean that this area can't be a thriving, vital part of our town. We have several cornerstone properties in town, the mall at Grease Ridge Center, the mall at Grease Ridge, and the Crescent Beach Hotel among them. And I'm looking forward to working in partnership with the owners, developers, and the community to ensure that they are thriving, accessible attractions for our residents. And I also want to recommit to the taxpayers of the town that I do not take your expectations lightly. We plan on doing great things for the town, but not at the expense of strong fiscal management. These are tough times for many people in our community, and all of our taxpayers deserve to feel confident that your tax dollars are being spent wisely. So in closing, today opens a new chapter in the town of Greece, and I want to be very clear about my goals as supervisor. If you're a town employee, I want you to feel like your work matters, know that you play a critical role in our residents' well-being, and feel good about the work that you do every day. If you are a Greece business owner, I want you to know that we want your business to grow and prosper. Your success is our success. If you're a member of organized labor, I want you to know that we value the same things. Okay. We want to make sure that people who work hard are treated fairly and can support their families. And if you're a resident of the town of Greece, the greatest town in Monroe County, know that I will do whatever it takes to make sure that our town government is responsive, transparent, ethical, energetic, and one that we can all be proud of. Thank you all for being here, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Supervisor McCann. Well, this wraps up the formal swearing-in ceremony. We are going to take a short break before the 1 o'clock organizational meeting begins after 1:30 p.m. I'm told by the supervisor and the board that you are under no obligation to stay for the meeting, which I'm sure will be very exciting, especially since the supervisor just laid out all the decisions that are going to be taken. There will be cookies, coffee, and water in the atrium out the door to the right. Please help yourself, and the new town supervisor and our board members will join at the conclusion of the business meeting. On behalf of Supervisor McCann, town council members DePonzio, Bernard, Miller, and Antelli, we thank you for coming. May God bless you, the town of Greece, and may he continue to shed his magnificent grace on the United States of America. Thank you.
Okay, the January 2nd, 2026 organizational meeting of the Greasetown Board will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Supervisor McCann.
Here.
Councilman DePonzio.
Present.
Councilman Bernard.
Here.
Councilwoman Miller.
Present.
Councilman Antelli.
Here.
Would you please stand? Councilman DePonzio will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will now have a moment of silent prayer. Okay, thank you. Okay, we will now, there are no proclamations or additions, deletions to the agenda. We'll now continue with the rest of our agenda.
Mr. Supervisor.
With a clerk.
I apologize. I'd like to make a motion that we amend agenda item number 8. And in the transparency of this board, I don't want to speak for the board, but I think we're all on board here. I'd like to see all these policies being placed online. Can we add that to the agenda item?
I second.
Yep, sure.
We'll note that when we get to that item then.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, will the clerk please read the first item on the agenda?
Designation of the Democrat and Chronicle, Rochester Business Journal, and the Daily Record as the official newspapers of record for the publication of legal notices in matters of official business for the town during the 2026 calendar year.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, seconded by Councilman Bernard. Is there any discussion?
No, sir.
If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 2, establishment of town board rules of order for 2026 meetings. Order of business, roll call, pledge of allegiance, moment of prayer, proclamations, additions, or deletions to the agenda, oath of office, public forum, public hearings, roll call vote, supervisor, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th Ward Council, manner of vote, voice vote, ayes, nays. Time limit for public speakers, 3 minutes. Where applicable, Robert's Rule of Order shall be used as the authority for the determination of procedural questions.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, moved by Councilwoman Miller. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 3, authorization for appointment of the following town officers. Amaret Miller, Deputy Supervisor, effective January 1st, 2026. Corey Gurnett, Commissioner of Public Works, effective January 1st, 2026 for a 2-year term. Molly Clifford, Director of Constituent Services / Chief of Staff, effective January 1st, 2026. Tracy Easterly, Director of Finance, effective January 12th, 2026. Nicole Dobson, Director of Personnel, effective January 12th, 2026. Caroline Delaney, Staff Assistant, effective January 1st, 2026. Carolyn Dupree, Secretary to the Supervisor, effective January 1st, 2026.
Second.
Okay, moved by Councilman DePonzio, seconded by Councilman Bernard. If I could just take a moment regarding Molly Clifford's appointment. We are waiting civil service approval for the town of Greece using the title of Chief of Staff. So she will be appointed Director of Constituent Services. And then once we get the approval, which is just a formality, she'll then assume the Chief of Staff title. So.
Mr. Supervisor, any other instances like that?
No.
We're waiting civil service?
No,
Okay.
no, that's it. That's it. Okay, is there any other discussion? If not, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 4, establishment of the 2026 Agenda Review Workshop meeting schedule as listed below. All meetings to be held at Greece Town Hall at 5:30 p.m. January 8th, February 12th, March 12th, April 9th, May 14th, June 11th, July 9th, August 13th, September 10th, October 8th, November 12th, and December 10th.
So moved. Second.
Okay, moved by Councilman DePonzio, seconded by Councilman Antelli. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 5, authorization for the supervisor to sign and town clerk to countersign all checks and disbursements issued on behalf of the town of Greece.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved by Councilman Bernard, seconded by Councilman DePonzio. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 6, authorization to designate all New York State commercial banks as legal depositories of town funds as required by New York State Comptroller regulations, and further authorize the supervisor to enter into corresponding collateral agreements with said legal depositories, thereby guaranteeing the safety of town deposits.
I move the following resolution.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Bernard, seconded by Councilwoman Miller. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. 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 Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 7, authorization to accept the following signatures relative to Town of Greece bank accounts, investments, debit, credit transfers, wire transfers, and ACH transactions. Jeffrey McCann, Supervisor. Tracy Easterly, Director of Finance. Jonathan Natale, Senior Budget Analyst. Jody O'Donnell, Accountant, and Julie Wright, Senior Account Clerk, transactions only. Andrew Conlon, Receiver of Taxes. Ivana Casilio, Town Clerk. Justice Brett Granville, Justice Shannon Pirro, Justice Deborah Crowder, and Justice Brian Marionetti for Justice Court.
I move the following resolution.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Bernard, seconded by Councilman Antelli. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 8, readoption of the following Town of Greece policies: investment policy, purchasing policy, credit card policy, fund balance policy, fixed asset and inventory policy and procedures, conference request procedures, cash receipt and cash management procedures, public access to records policy, privacy policy, public board decorum policy, vehicle use policy, whistleblower policy, employment of relatives policy, network internet user policy, email policy, data breach policy, mailbox replacement policy, invocation policy, sexual harassment policy. Copies of all policies are on file in the office of the town clerk, and it has been requested that these policies also be placed on the town's website.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilwoman Miller, seconded by Councilman DePonzio. If I could just take a moment here with these policies. What our intention is to adopt and enact these policies without any changes. It will be our position that as we get up to staff, and once our HR director officially joins us, we will be reviewing these policies, and not that I'm expecting any changes, but we will review them, and it's possible we might come back to the board to amend these policies with that. So, okay, is there any other discussion? Okay, being none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 9, authorization to designate Oric, Harrington, and Sutcliffe LLP as Town of Greece bond counsel.
So moved.
I second.
Moved by Councilwoman Miller, seconded by Councilman Bernard. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 10, authorization to designate Bernard P. Donegan, Inc. as Town of Greece Municipal Bond Fiscal Advisor.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilwoman Miller, seconded by Councilman Antelli. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. 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 Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 11, authorization for the supervisor to approve advance payment of the following expenditures prior to claim audit: utility bills, including fuel, water, gas, electric, telephone, and internet service, debt service payments, leases in excess of 1 year, postage and freight charges pursuant to Section 1182 of Town Law.
So moved. Second.
Okay, moved by Councilman Antelli, seconded by Councilman DePonzio. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. 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 Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 12, authorization for the supervisor to approve actual and necessary expenses incurred by town officers' employees when attending conferences that are in furtherance of their official duties.
I second.
Moved by Councilman Antelli, seconded by Councilman Bernard. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 13, authorization for the Director of Finance to execute contracts on behalf of the Town of Greece upon approval by the Town Board in an amount not to exceed $10,000.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Antelli, seconded by Councilwoman Miller. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 14, authorization for Tracy Easterly, Director of Finance, to approve contractual related change orders up to a maximum value of $10,000 for town building facility related capital improvements.
So moved.
I second.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, seconded by Councilman Bernard. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 15, authorization to establish the following petty cash and cash register startup funds. Finance petty cash of $200, court cash register of $500, library cash register $500, $250 each register. Town Parks and Rec petty cash of $200, $200 for cash register, $100 in each register. Town clerk $400. Cash register, $100 each register. Tax receiver, $500 for petty cash, $400 cash register, $200 each register. Police headquarters, $100 petty cash, $50 cash register. Precinct 2, $50 petty cash. Investigations, $200 petty cash.
Second.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, seconded by Councilwoman Miller. Is there any discussion? Oh. Is there a precinct 2 still?
Chief? Do we still have a precinct 2?
Precinct 2 is still,
Yeah, not for direct police services.
okay,
Okay.
We would have no need for petty cash for that.
okay.
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 Move it with that amendment, or?
Yeah, would somebody like to offer an amendment? We'll strike out precinct 2.
Yeah, I'd like to make an amendment to resolution number 15, authorization to establish the following petty cash and cash register startup funds to remove the $50 petty cash for precinct 2.
Is there a second? Second. Okay, moved by Councilman Bernard, seconded by Councilman DePonzio. On the amendment, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries. And then back to the main motion.
Item number 16, acceptance.
I'm
Oh,
sorry, we have,
I'm
I'm sorry, somebody want to do the main motion, or David, you want to? Yeah. Okay.
We did
Councilwoman.
that, main.
We did the amendment, we didn't do the approval, right? Okay, on the main motion, moved by Councilman DePonzio, seconded by Councilwoman Miller. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 16, acceptance of the 2026 Manager's Benefits Summary and the 2026 Confidential Employee Benefits Summary with future adjustments governed by applicable laws, policies, and past practices.
So moved. Second.
Okay, moved by Councilman DePonzio, seconded by Councilman Antelli. I would just like to say, same thing for this that goes with the other policies. We will be reviewing them, and there's a chance we will come back to the board if there are amendments to that. So is there any other discussion? Okay, if not, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 17, recommending the standard workday to be 7 hours for retirement reporting purposes for all positions listed in the full resolution to be attached to the minutes of this meeting.
So moved?
Moved by Councilman Bernard, seconded by Councilman DePonzio. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 18, authorization for the supervisor to approve travel expenditures related to expenses incurred by employees that are directly related to the business of the town.
I move the following resolution.
I second.
Okay, moved by Councilman Bernard, seconded by Councilwoman Miller. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 19, authorization to allow master electrician Jason Mushafen to perform electrical inspections on behalf of the town of Greece in accordance with National Electrical Code for Eastman Kodak Company.
I move the following resolution.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Bernard, seconded by Councilman Antelli. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 20, authorization for the temporary assignment of Town of Greece Town Justices to preside in other town or village courts in the 7th Judicial District as need arises during the year 2026, and further requesting approval of the temporary assignment of judges from other town or village courts in the 7th Judicial District to its court as need arises during the year 2026, commencing January 1st, 2026 to January 1st, 2027.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilwoman Miller, seconded by Councilman DePonzio. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 21, authorization for the receiver of taxes to deposit all monies received into interest-bearing accounts as designated New York State commercial banks.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilwoman Miller, seconded by Councilman Bernard. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 22, authorization for the town clerk to receive monies on behalf of the town of Greece via the intranet.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilwoman Miller, seconded by Councilman Antelli. Is there any discussion?
I assume that's just fees, people paying, people signing up for things, paying fees, right? That's what that
Correct.
is? Okay.
Okay. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 23, authorization for the town of Greece to enter into legal services contracts with outside counsel for the purposes of representing the town, its board, and its employees in matters that may occur from time to time, and further authorization for the supervisor to execute all related documents.
So moved. Second.
Okay, moved by Councilman Antelli, seconded by Councilman DePonzio. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 24, authorization for the Director of the Town of Greece Public Library to approve advance payment of the following library expenditures prior to claim audit: utility bills, including fuel, water, gas, electric, telephone, and internet service, debt services, leases in excess of 1 year, postage and freight charges pursuant to Section 1182 of Town Law.
So moved.
I second.
Moved by Councilman Antelli, seconded by Councilman Bernard. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 25, designation of the Director of Constituent Services / Chief of Staff and the Town Attorney to accept services of process in the event the Town Clerk is unavailable.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Antelli, seconded by Councilwoman Miller. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 26, authorization for the supervisor to enter into an agreement with PMA Management Corp. To provide third-party administrative services for town insurance processing.
So moved.
I second.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, seconded by Councilman Bernard. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 27, authorization to enter into various agreements for programs associated with the operation of the Community and Senior Center.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, seconded by Councilwoman Miller. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item carries.
Item number 28, authorization to enter into a renewal agreement with SysAid for our help desk support software for 2026, contract to extend from January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2026. Further authorization for the supervisor to execute all necessary documentation.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, seconded by Councilman Antelli. Is there any discussion? Being none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries. Okay, there being no other business to come before the town board, the next regular meeting of the Greasetown Board is scheduled for Thursday, January 15th at 6 p.m. We now stand adjourned.